This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Welcome, folks. I'm Damon Bruce. Fasten your seatbelts. Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals. It's the Miami Heat facing off against the Indiana Pacers. The NBA on 2K Sports.
And we see the Pacers ready to get to work. You can taste the excitement here in Indianapolis. Kevin Harlan here with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Game 5. Currently the series at 3-1. So a spot in the finals can be had tonight. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Eastern Conference Finals action here on 2K Sports. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. Someone we'll be keeping an eye on, Roy Hibbert.
Yeah, he always gives the fans a temporary souvenir, it seems like, blocking 2 or 3 shots into the 10th row. Of course, you got to give the ball back, so very temporary souvenir.
We're going to have to change that because in baseball, when they knock those foul balls, they don't go check and keep them. That's right. Same with the NFL. If the ball happens to get by the net, you can keep the ball.
Right. Well, we need to change that in basketball.
I agree.
And he can wipe that offensive glass too, Steve. I mean, he turns a whole lot of misses into makes.
You look at Indiana, right now trailing 3 games to 1. It's a must-win as they look to scratch their way back into the series.
And Kevin, it's make or break time for them now. They've got to win these next 3 in a row. But they do have 2 of them at home, so it's not out of the question.
Not by any means, Steve. I mean, I know they feel like they're still in this, and they are. If they can not only win this game, but win it big, that might swing a lot of the momentum back their way, and Game 6 would become very interesting at that point.
Here is Stevenson following the basket by LeBron James. And Stevenson kicks to Hill. From deep, George. Good, the assist goes to Hill. And 6 points for Paul George.
Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer.
Back to Chalmers. Pass to Baixe. Makes it off the glass.
And they're nearly perfect from the floor early on. 4 of their first 5 shots they've drained.
Hill kicks to George. He feeds it to Hibbert. Back to George. And stolen by LeBron. Pass to Chalmers. Poked away. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Here are the NBA's top scorers during this postseason as shown on the 2K leaderboard. LeBron James second.
Well, he's almost unstoppable. He's got so many different ways he can hurt you and put the ball in the basket. And it seems as though he raises his level during the postseason.
And there's Chalmers for 3. That is good.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
And then Stevenson picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Terrific defensive play to cut him off and square up.
And he took a shot. Excellent toughness to get in there and make a play. I love that kind of work.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Yeah. Steve, you like groove, don't you?
I do. I love groove, Kevin, and I love the attack mode this team is in, too. I mean, they're really getting into the paint. They're getting whatever they want offensively.
Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
He told his players before the game that they need to treat this the same as if it were an elimination game for them. He said, when you've got an opportunity to close out a series, you've got to take advantage of it. He wants to finish this thing right here and now. Those are wise words, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Luis Scola, he's checked in for Indiana. Now here's LeBron. Bosch passes to LeBron. Clock at 6. And Luis Scola gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Well, he tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
Here's Cole with the shot. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist from Cole. 6 points for LeBron.
Their offense already flowing. Some stellar shooting while jumping out to this lead.
Well, high-quality shots, and they've been on target with it.
Now here's Scola. The 3 from Hill, and that one's good. Hill's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
There is no way No way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
LeBron against Scola. Gets it to go. And it's 8 points for LeBron.
You know, offensively, his quarter has been perfect. Not a single missed shot. They've got to keep riding him.
Watson kicks to Scola. Now the feed to Watson. Back to Scola. 6 to shoot. Here's Mahimi. No luck. Great D that time from Anderson. Miami leading by 6. LeBron dishes to Wade. Back to LeBron. The pass to Anderson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line. First one falls for him. Rashard Lewis. He's checked in for Dwayne Wade. He hits one and misses one. He's at the line. LeBron, good.
You can't forget to box out the shooter. That's a huge mistake.
And Turner kicks to Mahimi. Anderson with the block. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. LeBron leading the charge. Here's Allen. And he banks in the layup.
And the early lead just keeps on growing. Another basket.
And the way they've done it is with an extremely potent inside attack.
That's good. 6 points for Hill. Throws it from deep. Shot is off. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. It's the Heat.
Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals.
And we welcome you back to the Eastern Conference Finals here on 2K Sports. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Heat?
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
And the other thing we're seeing is great ball movement. We're seeing a lot of good offensive execution, ball movement, player movement, setting up assists.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Miami, Norris Cole is out there with Allen. Then there's Lewis, and it's LeBron James, and it's Jones in at the 3 spot. Lewis down low. Turner covering. Jones the pass to Lewis. 5 on the clock. The Heat need to get a shot off. LeBron is doubled. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. They get Luis Scola.
Well, it's an almost impossible task guarding him. He's so strong and quick. LeBron is like a locomotive bearing down. You see why teams have to give hard fouls to stop him, because a little bit of contact just is not going to be enough to stop him.
Hey, Steve, a lot of contact isn't enough to stop the freight train LeBron James. I mean, he draws so much attention defensively, but what makes him special is how he can punish a defense for overcommitting, because I think his greatest attribute amongst all of his great attributes is his passing ability.
Chalmers, smooth as silk on the finger roll. Chalmers has got 5.
They've been getting way too many high percentage looks close to the basket, and I'll tell you what, when they're getting them, they're converting.
You know, the play in the paint, an aspect of this game that is going entirely their way.
And that is good.
You know, even though he doesn't really have a long-range ability on a consistent level, he can knock down some open ones.
And David West gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Back to Jones. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending play. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Chambadier is checked in for Miami.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
The Heat leading by 10. Second quarter play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Now, here's Chalmers. He's guarded by Stevenson. 6 on the shot clock. And there's Mario Chalmers on the assist by Allen. Chalmers has got 7 points in the game. And Turner kicks to Stevenson. Drills it from outside.
That's not become effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Here's Chalmers. Back to Bosch. He passes to Chalmers. And the shot is good. He's got 9.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. I guess the good news is they've taken away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they're going to allow inside looks as easy as that.
All game long, guys, he's been getting it done. Really doing a nice job rebounding.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, they got a major advantage on the glass, dominating that stat.
That's 3 in a row, guys. 3 3-pointers consecutively. These guys are just raining in shots.
Yeah, the defenders can't be as soft as they've been on the perimeter there.
.152 left to play here in the second quarter. And Chris Bosch with the slam. Well, now they're just going to town on it.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, a phenomenal aerial assault there, folks.
No good from West. The Heat leading by 10. The drive by Allen. No one near him. Again, the Heat good for 2. 1:22 left here in the second. Stevenson dishes to George. That 3 off the mark. Indiana's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 3-pointers in this game. Bad at all?
Kevin, I tell you, his three-point shot has looked awful here in the second quarter. He's trying to shoot his way out of his slump, but he needs to give it a rest and try something else.
And Miami making a change here. Wade's checked in. Stevenson passes to George. Outside Turner from downtown. Chris Bosch with the rebound. Bosch has got his 5th rebound in this one.
Oh, boy, he is just cold as ice. I don't think he's going to be the one to help them cut into the lead.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here. We've seen a few mix-ups defensively out there on the perimeter.
More than a few. I mean, the open looks they've allowed from long range have turned into a lot of points.
Now, here's Chalmers. 11 points in the game. Off target with the close range fadeaway. And George gets to Turner. George with the ball. And Allen picks him up defensively. Stevenson dishes to George. Passes it to Stevenson. No good with the triple. Here comes Chalmers. And the foul goes on Roy Hibbert. That's his first foul. Here's LeBron, and that's not going to go. And so we wrap up the first half. Heat lead by 11. And coming up now, it's the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce. We'll return with the start of the third quarter in just a while.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Hello out there and welcome to the Halftime Report as the
Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And we're back here at Game 5 with more action about to get underway.
Been a very solid outing for George. 12 points and 1 rebound. He's hitting field goals, 3-pointers, using all that range he's got in his arsenal.
Well, he's wearing down this defense. I mean, they have to follow him everywhere, so he is really making them work.
Paul George is the 3 with David West at the 4. George Hill out there with Lance Stevenson. And it's Hibbert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. Now, here's Chalmers. Bosch with the bucket.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And it's not necessarily strategic, Mark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. Got to play hard, guys.
From deep, George. The offensive rebound, Hibbert. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Trying to make it a 3-point play.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
The Heat have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2. That one is off. And he's good on the second. Pacers trail by 9. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Stevenson passes to George. He kicks to Hibbert. That's good. Hibbert's got 4 points in the quarter.
And their offense is flowing. It's clicking right now at the beginning of the second half. They've made 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Reed with it. He's picked up by Hill. Bosch hits the pick for Chalmers. LeBron outside. Defended by George. Out to Wade. Just 4 to shoot. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got 4 assists in the game.
That's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
And David West gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. And now let's give you a look at the players who have stood out at taking high percentage shots in the playoffs. Fourth, LeBron James.
Tell you what, his shooting percentage has been spectacular since the start of the playoffs. What a run he's been on.
Well, Heat leading by 9. Knocked loose. Bosch drives in. It's rebounded by Roy Hibbert. Pacers have gone 3 or 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And that one's good. 14 points for Paul George.
Coming out strong here in the third quarter. That's 4 for 5 shooting for this team.
Here's Chalmers. Steps back and drains the jump shot. And the Heat lead by 9. Timeout called the Pacers. At this point of the game, always important to stay focused. And while the coach goes over the game plan, these players are getting a much-needed chance to rehydrate and refuel with Gatorade. And guys, we know the drill well. All 3 of us drinking the Gatorade too.
Yeah, no question. Right. Kevin, people have no idea the fatigue that can set in during the telecast. And so it's important for us to stay hydrated all game long.
Clark, you're always hydrated.
Yeah, I try to do, but it's usually with a combination of H2O and Gatorade.
I love Gatorade. Look at Steve. He has the Gatorade shirt on.
Yeah, he's really immersed in the Gatorade.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
Now, here is George. After Dwayne Wade's miss. And here's Stevenson for 3. That is good. And now just a 4-point Miami lead. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. On defense, Indiana. Lewis kicks to Bosch. The dish to Cole. Feeds it to Wade. 5 to shoot. High post shot. Wade missing again.
Great defense there. You really have to challenge him at that range.
And Stevenson kicks to Hibbert. He dishes it to Stevenson. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Wade against George. Hill back to George. Stolen away. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. Dishes it to LeBron. 1:04 left to play here in the third. Cole the pass to Wade. Good. Wade's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's his forte. Finding that angle and then aggressively attacking the rim.
Kicks it to Stevenson. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. They've led by as many as 14 points. They are really pleased with the victory on Monday.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes, but
and you know exactly what that means. I mean, causing a lot of mistakes means cashing in on those turnovers.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
26 seconds left in the third quarter. 15 seconds left in the third. Accurate with the jumper from the elbow. Stevenson's got 11 points.
A nice piece of work there. Find a little space and pull the trigger.
Here's LeBron. No good with the layup. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams split.
It's Game 6 of the Western Conference Final.
All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Anytime they've had a chance to attack the lane, they've done so. The penetration has been impressive.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. Wade and Ray Allen comprise the back. Chris Anderson out there with LeBron James. And it's Jones in at the three, the small forward.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
Watson dishes to Hill. He feeds it to Turner. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, they found the touch here in the second half in the field. And everything else we talk about, folks, rebounding, defense, all of that, this game is still about making shots. You got to put the ball in the basket. That's the bottom line. And they found a way to do it here in the second half. That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effective.
Yeah, until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse.
Paul George, he's checked in for George Hill.
The offense is getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line.
LeBron, he's checked in for James Jones.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
LeBron against George. And stolen with the block. Here's Watson. Oh, and that one, no question. Poured it down. Tremendous stuff from a guy Clark we think more of for his passing.
Yeah, but he's got tremendous leaping ability and a surplus supply, too.
Well, that's a great aggressive move and 2 big points, too.
And it's Anderson that time on the assist from Cole. Cole's got 5 assists in the game. Pacers trail by 5. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Pass to George. And Ray Allen gets the whistle. That's his first foul. Indiana making some changes. West comes in for Luis Smoke. And George Hill is subbed in for C.J. Watson. Well, Heat leading by 5. Here's Cole. The teardrop falls in.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
And he uses the glass on the lane.
Clearly, he's shaken off that cold shooting performance of the first half.
Well, he has gone outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. And the Heat all-time here. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. He wasn't shy about putting a little extra pressure on his team. He said, guys, we've got a big-time opportunity here. When you've got a chance to close a team out, you can't let it go to waste. We'll see if they can seize the moment, Kevin.
Here's Cole. Back to Allen. Allen off a pick from James. Offensive rebound. It's stolen by Hill. And they're on the break. Here's George. Rebound by the Heat. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. A different look for Miami. Shane Battier is checked in for Anderson. And it's Chalmers in for Norris Cole. Bosch with it. West picks him up. Double team on Bosch. Allen. LeBron James on the wing. Allen kicks to LeBron. Shot clock at 6. The finger roll finish at the bucket. And the Heat lead by 7.
That finish brings me back to the old days. The silky smooth finger roll.
Dwayne Wade's checked in for the Heat. And George kicks to Stevenson. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
And are they ever working inside? Good job on the glass.
Excellent job on the glass, Steve. I agree. I mean, they're battling in there. They're fighting, they're scrapping, they're clawing, and they're getting the job done.
You know, they really aren't putting up any resistance on the low block. That's the 5th consecutive basket inside.
And Steve, these looks they're allowing almost automatic.
The shot by George, no good. The Heat leading by 9. There's the foul. It's on Mahinmi. That's foul number 2 for him. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Ian Mahinmi. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Back to Chalmers. And Hibbert with the block. Stevenson with it. Pass to George. Hill kicks it to West. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yeah, that was an easy whistle for the official.
And both free throws good for West.
Boy, they came out of the locker room at halftime with a much more physical disposition than they had in the first half.
Sure helps that they've gotten extra trips to the foul line here in the second. And that has to continue if they're going to complete this comeback.
Buries it from about 10 feet away.
And tack on a few more points to the lead. Why not? I suppose this is an emphatic showing for this club.
And Steve, they did it in style, a beat down the entire way.
That's tipped. It's stolen by West. Indiana again missing.
He slipped into quite a funk here, Clark.
I think that's a good word to describe it. I mean, the basket is looking awfully small to him at the moment.
I think he was surprised to see the pass coming his way, and he reacted a little late.
And a new group in for the Heat. Chris Anderson is checked in for Baixe. Lewis comes in for Shane Battier. James Jones, he's checked in for LeBron. And it's Allen in for Dwayne Wade. And he commits the intentional foul. This free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And the Heat with some changes. Chris Bosh is checked in for Anderson. Battier comes in for Rashard Lewis. And it's LeBron in for James Jones. Timeout called the Pacers. They're behind by 7. 24 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Mario Chalmers, he's checked in for Norris Cole. Nails it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
So they foul intentionally. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Showing off a very smooth stroke at the free throw line right there.
Stolen by Bosh. Hill against Chalmers.
I see you.
And so the Miami Heat have won the series.
And you can see the elation on their faces. I mean, not just